Let's be real. Relationships are complicated, and if you thought dating one person was tricky, wait till you try to draw it out using geometry. Welcome to 10 Decagon sides of polyamorous relationships, where love isn't just a line, it's a whole set of polygons. Today, we're mapping out the wild, wonderful, and sometimes wildly confusing world of polyamory, one geometric shape at a time. So grab your protractor, dust off those high school math memories, and get ready to see how love multiplies faster than your calculator battery dies during finals. At the center of today's love diagram, the Decagon. 10 sides, 10 partners, 10 times the chance you'll forget someone's birthday. But before we jump into the 10-sided love monster, we'll start simple. Because like all good math problems, you don't just go straight to calculus, you fumble through algebra first. And trust me, if you ever tried to explain polyamory at a family dinner, you know it's basically math homework with more feelings and less partial credit. So, let's spin the wheel of love shapes, from circles to decagons, and see just how many ways you can connect the dots and hearts, without accidentally ending up in a group chat called, "Why are we in this shape?" Buckle in. This geometry class is about to get spicy. Okay, let's start with the classic, the circle. The OG of shapes, and honestly, the introvert's dream polyamorous arrangement. In a circle joa, that's partner for my non-Filipino polycule pals, everyone's connected in a single loop. It's simple. You hold hands with the person next to you, and eventually, everyone's holding hands with everybody. One round, one rule, don't break the chain, or the whole thing falls apart like your New Year's resolutions by February. But don't be fooled by the simplicity. Even a circle can get messy. Ever tried sitting next to your ex at a dinner party? Now imagine if everyone's an ex and a current at the same time. It's like musical chairs, with more feelings and less actual music. But hey, at least nobody's left out. Until someone brings up exclusive movie night. Now let's add some angles. Enter the triangle. The isosceles, the scalene, the Pythagorean theorem of emotional math. You've got 3 people, 3 connections, and a love equation that would make even your old math teacher sweat. Suddenly, you're solving for x, y, and why did we think this would be simple? Someone's always the hypotenuse, caught between 2 sides, trying to keep the peace while not tipping over the whole triangle. And don't even get me started on the love triangle drama. It's the original soap opera. Jealousy, intrigue, the occasional group hug where someone's foot gets stepped on. But when it works, it's a thing of beauty. A perfect balance of angles, trust, and emotional geometry, worthy of its own TED Talk. Just remember, if you're the obtuse angle, maybe don't be surprised when things get a little wide. The love triangle. Hollywood loves it, Netflix can't stop streaming it, and your group chat is probably still arguing about who should end up together. 3 people, 3 hearts, infinite possible combinations. Sometimes it's a V shape, one person dating 2, who aren't dating each other. Sometimes it's a full loop, with everyone equally linked. Either way, someone's always worried about who's left out of the next brunch invite. But here's the twist. Love triangles aren't always about jealousy or drama. Sometimes they're about synergy. 3 people bringing out the best and weirdest in each other. It's like the Avengers. If instead of fighting Thanos, they were just trying to organize a calendar invite everyone could actually attend. 3's a crowd? More like 3's a party, if you can handle the RSVP drama. Now, we're getting fancy. 4 people, 4 connections, and suddenly, you've got enough for a double date and, a backup if someone flakes. The quadrilateral squad comes in so many forms. Squares, where everyone dates everyone. Rectangles, where some lines are parallel and some just aren't. And rhombuses, where things get, let's just say, angled. It's like geometry, but with more group chats and honestly, way fewer right angles. This is where polyamory gets its reputation for being, well, complicated. Scheduling? Yeah, nightmare. Emotional check-ins? Way more frequent than your phone's software updates, I promise. But when it clicks, it's like a perfectly balanced Tetris block. Everyone fits, everyone's happy, and you've got a group selfie that, honestly, needs no cropping. Just a quick warning. Side effects include inside jokes no outsider will ever understand, and sometimes the occasional debate over who's bringing snacks to movie night. Here's where it gets spicy. 5 people, 5 sides, and a pentagon of possibilities. The Pentagon Joa is kind of like that group project where everyone actually wants to be there. Well, at least until someone's feelings get left out. Each connection has its own flavor, and before you know it, you're keeping track of who's into what, like you're running a spreadsheet for love. But wait, there's more. The trapezoid Joa is basically the Pentagon's cool cousin. Some sides are longer, some are shorter, and the connections aren't always equal. It's asymmetrical, a little unpredictable, and honestly, a pretty good metaphor for how love doesn't always play by the rules. If you've ever tried to explain your relationship to your parents and they look at you like you're solving for Z, then, yeah, you know exactly what I mean. 6 people, 6 sides, and now, you've officially entered honeycomb territory. The hexagon Joa is all about interconnectedness. Think of it as the beehive of polyamory, where everyone's buzzing with connection and just trying not to step on anyone's metaphorical wings. The logistics? Olympic level, honestly. The group chats? At least 3, minimum. The DTR? Or define the relationship talks. You'll probably need a spreadsheet and, yeah, a motivational playlist. But don't let the math scare you away. The hexagon is where things can really shine. A collaborative, supportive polycule where everyone's actually rooting for each other. If you can survive group vacation planning, you can survive just about anything. And just remember, with great power and great numbers comes great responsibility. Also, bring snacks. Always. Lucky number 7. Or is it? With 7 partners, you've hit heptagon status. A shape you probably couldn't draw perfectly in middle school, and a relationship structure you'll definitely need a whiteboard for. 7 sides means 7 different schedules, 7 different sets of boundaries, and, if you're lucky, 7 different birthday cakes. But don't panic. The heptagon Joa is proof that love is scalable. Sure, things get more complex, but so do the rewards. There's always someone to talk to, a friend to lean on, and at least one person who's seen that embarrassing meme before you post it. The challenge? Keeping the connection strong so no side feels weaker than the others. Because in the world of polyamory, it's all about balance, no matter how many sides you add. Now you're at the octagon, and it's starting to feel like you're directing traffic. 8 sides, 8 partners, and more emotional intersections than a Manila rush hour. The octagon Joa is all about coordination. Who's coming, who's going, and who's bringing the leche flan to the potluck. It's basically an intersection where everyone has the right of way, and yet somehow nobody gets hit, most of the time. The real trick? Yield signs. Learning when to step back, when to move forward, and how to avoid emotional fender benders. But if you can master the octagon, you're basically a polyamorous superhero, balancing 8 angles of affection without crashing into a wall. And hey, at least you'll never run out of people to watch K-dramas with. 9 sides, 9 stories, and you've officially entered the realm of the telenovela. The nonagon Joa is where love gets epic. More subplots, more surprises, and more potential for someone to dramatically storm out of a group chat. With this many connections, you're not just managing relationships, you're basically running a small company. HR, party planner, and emotional support hotline, all in one. But don't worry, the drama is half the fun. Every nonagon has its moments, spontaneous karaoke nights, last-minute road trips, and inside jokes that outsiders will never get. The key? Communication, communication, communication. If you can keep all 9 sides happy, you deserve a medal. Or at least a nap. Because in the nonagon, love is always just a little extra. We made it. 10 sides, 10 partners. The Decagon Joa. The ultimate polyamorous challenge and, honestly, the final boss of relationship math. If you can keep track of 10 people's schedules, snack preferences, and emotional needs, you're basically the CEO of Love, Inc. The Decagon is a masterpiece of connection. Everyone's linked, everyone's involved, and the group chat? Legendary. But don't let the size intimidate you. The Decagon isn't about perfection. It's about embracing the glorious mess of human connection. With 10 sides, there's always room for laughter, support, spontaneous dance parties, and yes, the occasional wait. Whose turn is it to bring the chips? Because at the end of the day, the Decagon Joa is proof that love, like geometry, is all about finding your angles and making them work. So, what have we learned? Polyamorous relationships come in all shapes and sizes, from the humble circle to the mighty Decagon. Each side, each angle, represents a new connection, a new story, and a new way to experience love. Sure, the math can get complicated, but that's part of the beauty. No two polycules look exactly the same, and every arrangement is its own unique masterpiece. The real takeaway? Love isn't just a straight line or a perfect curve. It's polygons, trapezoids, and the occasional wild parallelogram. Whether you're part of a duo, a decagon, or something in between, what matters is the care, communication, and creativity you bring to the table, and the group chat. Don't be afraid to embrace the beautiful complexity. After all, every angle is a chance to grow. And hey, who knew geometry class could be this interesting? If only Mrs. Santos had let us draw relationship charts instead of solving for X, maybe we'd all be a little better at math and love. Until next time, keep those angles open and your hearts even wider.